Hi trainers! Pokemon Unite has finally released update notes detailing buffs and nerfs for various Pokemon. This is planned for the 4th of August at 12 AM PDT 7 UTC, so that should be around tomorrow. To apply this update, all you have to do is restart the app when it's out. The stats are pretty vague for this, they didn't really specify the exact numbers or anything, so I'm going to be testing the old stats and then I'm going to compare it to the new stats by testing the new ones when the update is out. So if you're interested in that, feel free to click the bell and subscribe to be updated for that video. Question of the day: what changes do you find to be the most impactful, or what changes would you like to see? Let me know in the comments down below. Let's jump into the changes. Changes are being made to some Pokemon stats and moves to adjust the balance of Unite battles. First, we're starting off with Charizard. Flamethrower, cooldown is reduced, effects on enemy Pokemon strengthened. Considering this, Flamethrower should be dealing more damage. Fire Punch, effects on enemy Pokemon strengthened. This should also be dealing more damage. Fire Blast, cooldown reduced, effects on enemy Pokemon strengthened. This is a huge buff for Charizard with 3 changes to its moves, mostly to do with damage, increasing the cooldown and cooldown reductions. At the moment, Charizard isn't considered to be very strong, so I hope this gives it a boost into making Charizard more viable as a pick. Next is Talonflame. Acrobatics, damage dealt to enemy Pokemon increase. Aerial Ace and Aerial Ace Plus, damage dealt to enemy Pokemon increase. Fly, damage dealt to enemy Pokemon increased. Another buff for Talonflame, who is also not considered very strong at the moment. So far, I'm pretty happy that Pokemon Unite is making changes to the Pokemon who seem to be falling a bit behind compared to others. The other 3 speedsters are pretty strong, so let's hope Talonflame can also reach their tier. Next is Venusaur. Sludge Bomb, damage dealt increase, effects on enemy Pokemon strengthened. Petal Dance, a move upgrade, I don't know what this means. Solar Beam, cooldown reduced, and Unite move, damage dealt to enemy Pokemon increased. So a lot of buffs for Venusaur. I love pretty much all the Pokemon, but speaking from a competitive perspective, Venusaur does fall off a lot compared to others. I really hope these changes will help Venusaur not be considered one of the worst Pokemon to use competitively, because I do find Venusaur's kit pretty fun. I also find the cooldown reduction of Solar Beam to be really good for it. It's gonna be like an objective still in my opinion. The damage of Solar Beam seems to be pretty good, and with the range of it as well, it should be really good for stealing objectives. Next is ABSOL. ABSOL is my favorite, one of my mains, if not the one I play the most. Basic attack, bug fixes. Night Slash, damage dealt to enemy Pokemon increased. Sucker Punch, damage dealt to enemy Pokemon increased. So we're just buffing 2 moves here. I actually didn't even realize ABSOL had bugs to its basic attacks. These buffs don't really affect me that much as an ABSOL main because I mainly use Pursuit and Psycho Cut. I feel that they buff these moves because Pursuit and Psycho Cut are generally better than the other 2 in my opinion. I will definitely try these moves out, but I just love the mobility and slow effect of the moveset I currently use. So yeah, ABSOL is not in a bad place competitively. I feel that this buff was made to make use of the other moves because they felt weaker in comparison to Pursuit and Psycho Cut. Next is Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff's defense, special defense, and health have been increased. Double Slap, damage dealt increase. Effects on enemy Pokemon strengthened. Sing, effects on enemy Pokemon strengthened. And for Dazzling Gleam, bug fixes. Buff for Wigglytuff, who is not in a great place on most tier lists. Hopefully this will help Wigglytuff be more viable. ELDEGOSS. Cotton Guard, cooldown increase, HP restoration decreased. Cotton Spore, cooldown reduce, effects on enemy Pokemon strengthened. This move's defense, special defense increase has been strengthened. Unite move, HP restoration decreased. So we have a nerf and a buff. It seems that Cotton Guard is the more popular choice over Cotton Spore, so I believe this buff was made specifically to have players choose it. I like how they're trying to make all moves viable in their own way, so players just don't choose the same thing over and over again. ELDEGOSS is considered to be very strong, one of the best supporters. We'll see what this does to ELDEGOSS. Next is CINDERACE. The following stats have been decreased. Their attack, so it seems that Cinderace's damage has been turned down. Blaze Kick, damage dealt to enemy Pokemon decrease. Feint, move downgrade. I don't know what they mean by move downgrade or upgrade, it's not very specific. Pyro Ball, damage dealt to enemy Pokemon increase. So some nerfs and a buff to Cinderace, but mostly nerfs for Cinderace. Cinderace is also considered very strong at the moment too. I'm probably going to try and get all the stats before the update happens so we can compare it properly. If that interests you, feel free to subscribe and click the bell to be notified if you would like to see the comparisons. But yeah, I do find Cinderace really strong, so hopefully this will make a difference in our competitive games because Cinderace can really pop off. Next is Gengar. Gengar is so stupidly strong. Let's see what they're doing to Gengar. I am sick of being bullied by Gengar. Basic attack, bug fixes. Shadow Ball, damage dealt to enemy Pokemon increased. Hex, a move downgrade. I'm going to assume they mean they're downgrading everything about it. Dream Eater, move upgrade. So this is a buff and a nerf. They're nerfing Hex, which is really good. Hex is really strong paired with Sludge Bomb. No talk about Sludge Bomb though, so that seems like it'll be staying the same. To be fair, Hex really relies on Sludge Bomb to be as strong as it is, so hopefully the nerf to Hex will tune down Gengar a lot, but not to the point where Gengar becomes bad. They've buffed Shadow Ball and Dream Eater, another way to encourage players to use these moves. We'll see how strong these buffs are. Next is ZERAORA, Spark, bug fixes, Wild Charge, damage dealt to enemy Pokemon increase, cooldown reduce, Unite move, damage dealt to enemy Pokemon decrease. The Unite move has been nerfed, so no other changes to other moves except for Wild Charge. I'm a little bit surprised, but this is just also my own experience. I have played ZERAORA quite a lot, and I find Discharge to be really strong. It's also a really popular move choice for ZERAORA, but this is probably a way to encourage players to pick up Wild Charge instead. ZERAORA is in a pretty strong spot as well. The Unite move has come in clutch for me a lot of times. I've got into a lot of 3v1 takedowns with it, so we'll see how strong this nerf will be. Next is Machamp, and honestly, this might be a very unpopular opinion, but I actually hate going against Machamp more than I hate going against Gengar. Machamp's basic attack bug fixes, cross chop, damage dealt decrease, close combat, damage dealt increase. So just buff this, nerf that for Machamp. They're definitely trying to find a balance between the moves. It's cool that they know what is mostly being used and what isn't. And the last things we have are bug fixes. So Lucario has bug fixes to Bone Rush and Power Up Punch. Greninja has bug fixes to its basic attacks. And ALOLAN Ninetale bug fixes to Snow Warning. These are all the changes. I'm pretty happy with it for the most part. I'm just wondering how it's going to play out. I am going to try and get all the stats before the update is released so we can directly compare the differences. The patch notes are not very descriptive and not very specific, which I hope they do change that in the future because it would be nice to see the exact numbers, but Pokemon Unite seems to be very secretive about it. I'm not too sure why, but yeah. So now that you've reached the end, I have a bonus question for you. What changes would you like to see in Pokemon Unite? I'm sure there are some Pokemon that you would like to see a buff or a nerf on. I would love to hear your reasonings for why you want that Pokemon buffed or nerfed. I think Lucario and Ninetales are pretty strong. I'm surprised to see that we don't have many changes to those two. Ninetales crowd control is absolutely insane to me. The amount of slows she has in her kit is pretty crazy. But yeah, that's just my opinion. So yeah, again, I will be testing all of these moves before the update comes out. Hopefully I can get it done before it's rolled out. I do have some time, I think. I'm going to basically just be comparing the cooldowns, the damage. I don't know if I can see the defense or special defense differences, but we'll see if we can see that as well. So then we can create discussion and see the exact numbers between the buffs and the nerfs as well. For those who are waiting for the jungle guide, I am so sorry. I didn't expect this to come up, so I have to prioritize the testing for these moves before the update is rolled out, since it's very time sensitive. That is all for today's video, and thank you so much for your patience. Thank you so much for watching, trainers. If you like the content, feel free to subscribe and click the bell. Like the video if you're looking forward to hopefully not being bullied by Gengar anymore. I really appreciate your support. Bye!